Hello. Welcome, everybody. Happy Saturday.
Happy Saturday, everybody.
Happy Sabbath day.
Hot summer day.
Hot summer day. Happy hot summer day, honey. It ain't just summer. It's a hot summer day, but I'm not complaining.
No
I
rain.
shall not, will not complain.
No
I
rain.
love it. This is my season.
Mine too.
I am a summer baby.
I put a little tan lotion on today.
You did?
Oh, yeah.
You go tan, mama.
Carl's daughter has this really nice oil.
Mm-hmm.
And for us too.
Well, some of us need it. Most of us may
All
not.
of us need a little
I know we
protection
do
from the
some
sun.
for the sun.
From the
That
sun.
vitamin D is good though.
That's right.
But again, hello everybody. Happy Saturday. We're glad you can join us. We are excited about this day. Why? Because we woke up and we saw a bright, sunshiny day.
Thank
and it's
God.
always
Thank
wonderful
God.
when you can rise up, open your eyes, put 2 feet on the floor, and just see another day. I don't take that for granted. It's an awesome opportunity to wake up and see this beautiful day. So much has gone on in a week's time.
Yes.
I mean,
A whole
really.
lot. A whole lot.
A whole lot. It's like, oh my goodness,
And
so
it's
much
not
goes
fake
on.
news either.
I'm telling you, it is all real. But you have, opened up your eyes this morning to watch us. It's myself, I'm in Wyoming.
I'm Linda.
And we are part of Four Sisters Live.
We got a couple of sisters.
And we got our sisters
MIA.
always on the way.
They're on their way.
They're on the way because guess what? Peggy, being the president of Sisters for Sisters Network, she's always on the move doing something and planning, because this week coming up is our PNC conference that's coming up. And so we're preparing for that. Charlene is out doing some things as well relative to preparation on the media side, on the marketing side of this, of what we're doing to prepare. And so a lot is happening. We have volunteers that are coming in the city that is going to be a part of the PNC conference. And if you don't know, the conference is going to begin next week. Well, actually, this week coming up,
week on the
starting
4th.
the 4th of July, the bonus day.
Oh,
And
yeah.
it's going to be the 4th through the 8th at the Gaylord Hotel in the National Harbor.
Yes.
So we want you to go to powernetworkingconference.com and begin to start looking at what's the lineup, who's featured, what's going to be happening, who's going to be on. It's definitely sponsored by the one and only the Honorable Dr. George C. Fraser, and all of the other organizations that will be coming from across the country. And
Around
this
the
is
world.
time around the world, absolutely.
South Africa.
Wow.
We have friends from the Caribbean, everywhere. They're here.
Wow.
They're on their way.
So sometime it's going to be, Linda and myself to do some things for the next couple of weeks. But guess what? We're all going to be doing a lot of things this summer. But we most of all want us to have a safe summer.
Yes.
Whatever we're doing and traveling, where we're going, please be safe. It's so much going on in the community, like we said. So we want to bring you, it's our duty to bring you, first of all, good news, what's really going on, positive things that's happening in the community. But it's also our duty to share with you what is going on in the community that may be of some things that has been the opposite of being positive, and it's not a good thing. I'll say that. Things are happening, and we have to say it. We have to talk about it. And so we're here to do that as well.
And if it's something on your mind, make sure you give us a call.
Absolutely. So before we really kind of do what we need to do, we're going to have a commercial break, because there's some things we want to really dive into so that we can get right into what we need to talk about. So right now, what we're going to do is take a quick commercial break, because we want to regroup here.
Go and tell somebody.
Yeah, we'll give you a chance to go get your coffee, go get your tea, get your water, and come right back. We're on foxwave.com. We'll be right back.
Right back.
Always sisters, always friends. Let's stay real close till the end, forgiving each Sticking real close, giving each other, letting love come along. Always sisters, always friends. Really gotta learn to love each other. I need to stick real close.
We're back. Hello. And guess who we have with us? Hi, Peggy.
Oh, it's been that long.
Hello, darling. We're so happy you could join us.
I'm here.
In the flesh.
No, I need to be pitching over here. Where's number 4?
I told her she's out there hustling on our behalf. That girl is a hustler. Charlene out there hustling on our behalf.
I'm telling
doing her
you.
thing for the Four Sisters Live. But trust me, it may seem like it's not. There's some things going on behind the scenes all the time.
Hey, look, let me look. It's going on behind the scenes.
Behind the scenes, baby. So we do have our illustrious woman here, our founder, CEO.
I'm off color here, guys.
It's okay. It's all good.
Y'all
It
looking
happens.
bright.
Earth tone. You're earth tone.
It's all good. We bright and shiny, ready to roll.
my
So
God.
how was your week?
Oh boy, this week was all about the election.
Yeah, of
okay.
Definitely.
Yes.
Woo! Let's bring it down, my
Let's bring it
sister.
down.
Let's bring it
Yeah,
down.
it's been
Pump
a
your
big
brakes
week.
now. It's time to pump them.
Oh man, so it's going to be a new Prince George's County.
New regime.
Okay.
All right.
And we're excited. I'm looking forward to partnering with our community leaders, our servant, all the folks who want to come together to make a difference.
Gotcha.
So I think I've done something else. I can't even remember, but that was my main
The
thing.
main
for the
thing,
week.
yeah, I know we was just saying before you came and opening up, saying this week has just been such a big and an important week. First of all.
Yes.
A lot has gone on, a lot is happening, so much for the summer, because that sets the tone for the future.
Yeah.
And what's happening in the community. So we're going to be bringing some of those, the ones who are the candidates who are now elected into these positions.
To come back in
and address some of those issues, because we talk about many things here on this show.
Yep.
And we said every Saturday, 4 Saturdays of the month, we'll talk about domestic violence on the first Saturday.
Right.
Second Saturday is health and
and
wellness.
Yep.
Third Saturday is education.
Education, right.
And then the fourth Saturday is entrepreneur. And so we're here now on the fifth Saturday. Throw us off a little bit, because it's the fifth Saturday in
little bit
June.
of everything.
There's every now and then.
It's a melting pot of everything, right?
But this is our community day, and this
Yeah.
is when we bring it all together and we discuss a lot of the things that has gone on, what we want to say, and how we want to present it. So we have a guest in the house as well. So we're going to be
Yeah.
introducing you to a fine guest, because we do great topics.
And we bring in
Everything,
great
and
people.
that really can just really connect to you for whatever you need. So if you're doing any great works and want us to know about what's happening, let us know. Hit
Come
us up
in.
on Facebook. We got Four Sisters Live Facebook. Just put it on Facebook. Like our page, Four Sisters Live Facebook page. Like it. Let us know what you want us to say and how you want to present it. We will get it for you.
Or
We'll get it
call
done.
us up.
Call us up.
Right here on the
Absolutely.
show.
Yeah,
Yep,
you can
call
call
us.
on the show.
240.
We're going to be doing some
What's that number?
giveaways.
What's that?
Yeah, we're going to do some giveaways
yeah.
as well. And we're lining that up for
Line
the
it,
summer.
yes.
Yeah, I like
Sneak
giveaways.
preview. That's going on in
Yeah,
the
I
background.
like
Some
giveaways.
good stuff.
That's in the
Yeah,
background.
yeah, we're going to do some giveaways, so you got to stay tuned. You got to be
You
a
gotta
part of
watch.
what's, and you got to watch in order to
Yeah.
win. You got
Gotta
to
be
watch.
here. Gotta be present.
Yeah, you got to be.
As they say, show up and show
Show
out.
up.
Yeah,
Okay?
yeah, absolutely. So we got those things coming. But we know Charlene is out today.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, we were talking about the PNC conference
Yeah.
coming up and
Yes.
how that's really,
Yes.
beginning to be a part of what we're going to be excited about
Yep.
and what's going to be
And
going
we got a
on.
call of one of our brothers called Brother Bedford. Is going to be calling in. He's going to
good.
share his
Yeah.
experience over the past 15
Going
years.
back
He's
to
15,
Africa?
16
Oh,
years.
really?
Yeah, so he's going to
Okay.
call in a little bit after the hour. So we're going
Well, that's going to be good, because we need to know what's happening. I heard it being advertised on the radio.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, it definitely. It's being
awesome.
advertised, and it's a lot. And already I think they sold out. They're selling out of the rooms and some of the
Oh,
conferences.
you can't even
and
get any
stuff
rooms now. I tried.
at the
I tried.
Gaylord and so much. So look, we last minute
Did you get
people.
yours?
That's what happens. That's what happens when you last
I got an
minute.
expensive room right now.
Yeah, or you're
What
going to
about
pay the
there?
price.
We'll talk about it.
We'll pay the price.
Got to pay the price, though.
So
When you're
ought to be
late,
worth
when
it.
you're late, you got to pay the price.
baby, people do not wait when
You
you're
know,
late.
and you forget all about this.
I
Is a
know, it's
holiday.
snuck up on
It
you.
is a holiday, but it's all that.
And
But
this
it is
the
a holiday
time that
season.
people want to be in D.C. And, you know, because of the influx of people that have moved to D.C. now, we have probably over probably 500,000 people have moved here. You
Yeah,
know,
that's true.
And visiting, if they're not moving here, they're visiting those who have moved here. So
Mm-hmm.
therefore, everyone wants to come to everything that we have, and we have stuff every single
Yeah.
week. But
Yeah.
this is the highlight of D.C. is going
Yeah.
down to the monument and all around the city
the
and
Martin
watching
Luther
the
King
fireworks.
Memorial.
Yes, exactly.
You know,
and it's
so-
interesting because the
Yeah.
first begins tomorrow, which is Sunday.
Sunday.
Yeah.
So it kind of, gives that whole thing of starting the first on a Sunday.
On a Sunday.
In the beginning of the week, which that is the beginning of the week,
Yeah.
Sunday. So all is well, all is good. But I want to put a plug in for the families. I know we talk about it, so much is going on. We're going to be
Yeah.
all over the place for the
Yeah.
community. This is Community Day. But I definitely wanted to, and be remiss if we do not, send our thoughts and our prayers to the families that happen at the Capitol Gazette here in our area in
Yeah.
Washington,
Right next
D.C.
door.
Right
Those
next
are
door.
real
It is just so.
people
Once when you think you
working in
kind
the
of,
community.
we kind of like get a little
Look
away from that.
comfortable.
Here it comes again, and we can't sleep on what's really happening around us because it's so close. And this is why we bring you this information. This is why we're here and have this platform, because we definitely cannot take what we're doing for granted.
Yeah.
And bringing what we need to do so that we'll be able to share. We have to share. We have to do what we have to do to make
Exactly.
it happen. But again, it's all about the policies.
Yep.
What is going to happen? Because we do have to get sick and tired of being sick and tired. What do we do? How do you approach this? This is why we have the political leaders, those who are in positions, to tell us what are the plans, what are we to
Yeah.
do, how do we come together as a people to.
And that's what it's going to take. It's going to have to us come to the table to collectively to make this happen. You know, it can't be just on one side and the other. We got to come to right in the middle and meet it face to face. I mean, that's the only way I see it. And even with this election that we just had, there were some powerful brothers and sisters that ran this race.
It was.
There were some powerful brothers and sisters who did not win. But what do you do with that talent and that
They
resource?
still need to work.
They need to still come
continue
together to
work
work together.
Yeah.
So I hope that that will happen in Prince George's County, because if it doesn't happen,
Then you're divided. And
then
you
you're
should not-
divided,
you should
and
not
you
be divided.
exactly,
Because
and we
are
can't get
one
things
community.
done.
Yeah, that's true.
One DMV,
Yes.
one community, and we all have to work together.
Yeah, and that's
At
what the
some
Power
point.
Networking Conference is about. One.
And we were saying people from all over the country, all over the world will be
Yeah.
coming to this conference.
Yeah.
And you don't want to miss it. And if you can't, just come to the Gay Lord.
And
because
guess
if
who's-
you come to the Gay Lord, you'll get still meet a lot of the people. We have a lot of vendors
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, a lot of
business
the
owners
vendors.
will be there
Yeah.
in the lobby. Just ask for the Pound Network and come upstairs. And you'll be surprised. What Sister for Sister Network will definitely be
Yes,
there.
in the
So
house.
look for us.
Yeah,
We
we'll
should-
be doing
we're
a
gonna have
live
sign,
remote
right?
there.
Guess
yeah,
what?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
will.
we will.
We're going to have the chief from Ghana.
Oh.
I went to Ghana about 3 years ago
Okay.
and stayed in the village. And the chief name is Nana.
Oh,
And Nana's coming in. He's traveling now
oh,
for
wonderful.
the conference.
See,
so
all over the world, Africa will be here.
it's
Come
going
on
to be
down.
amazing.
Just
And that's going to be the flavor of the
That's
conference.
how we are.
Mm,
One.
yes.
Yeah.
It's going to
Yeah,
be
we
amazing.
are
Young people, listen up.
Young people, come
Facebook,
on.
hey, how y'all doing, Facebook? Thank you for watching.
Yeah.
But I want to
Yeah.
say to our young people, you must attend.
Yeah.
Make it your business to come. If you're an entrepreneur, you have a desire to have your own business and want to start in business, come. You're going to meet so many other like-minded people.
Right.
Who will be there with the energy. That's what, sometimes you get in the energy. You just
Get
need
caught
the
up. Get
energy.
caught up with
Energy
that.
means
Yes.
a lot. Your surrounding of energy means so much.
And
You
guess
know?
what? I really have not seen the program, but our girl Cheryl Wood will be
Yeah, she's
the
there.
speaker on Thursday.
Thursday.
wow.
Thursday,
Oh,
okay?
okay.
So I already told her we're already in there, right?
Yeah, that's nice.
brings the
Representation.
That's nice.
Yep.
That's what I'm
Yes.
saying. Come with the mindset of positivity. Shut out all the things that you may feel that may not be going on, but bring something to the table. If you just don't have anything but just one idea can turn into having your money that you have an answer to. Because somebody has your answer. I know somebody got my answer
that's
and
the
my
power,
money.
and
my
that's
money.
the power of the network, because it's a net. And when you go there, you have a chance to meet people who look like you, who have banks, who have major stores,
Okay.
Right.
who have major ideas, and they're trying to put them out there. You know, I remember last year the gentleman that created the kiosk for the airline. You remember the key?
Oh, yeah.
He was there. I mean,
Really?
there are inventors there that the things that you use on an everyday basis, like how to go to the kiosk and instead of going to the place, you know,
To the
to get
counter.
you checked in and
Yeah, the
everything.
check-in.
There was someone who invented that, and he was at the
Yes.
Power Network, and he
Yes.
was looking for other people who have inventions. So if you have an invention, come to the Power Network.
Wow.
People are there looking
They're
for
investors.
you. There are
Yes.
investors there.
There are people that's going to really help you. One thing that I like to put out there, and this is a challenge, and I'm really stepping my boundaries, okay? But I will take 10 students, if they get in contact with us, 10 students, and I want to say high school to college.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
If 10 of you call me or call us, I will make sure that you can participate in the Power Networking Conference at no cost.
Woo. Hey,
Because we are able to bring
all right,
students.
young folks,
Okay,
wake
so
up.
let's
Stay woke.
slow down. They say hashtag stay woke.
Oh, stay woke.
This is not, we want to say this again today and a couple of times, but for right now, Facebook Live, if you're not planning to attend, and if you have a student who is doing some wonderful things,
they need to see this.
they need to see this. This
Come on
is
down. To
nothing
the
short
Gaylord.
of helping you to help your student, help your child, help your seed
Yeah.
to be able to prosper. So give Peggy a call. Peggy is on Facebook.
Yeah.
Hit her up on Facebook. Say, I have a student at my child, or I know of someone who is the age is
First
from
10 now.
The first 10
Only
can
10.
go to this.
And I hope George
ever-changing.
is not watching this.
George is watching. He's gonna say, Peggy, what are you doing?
Something's going to go on in the background.
But see, we got that kind of connection,
I know.
right? We can bring in the young
right.
people.
Yeah, but we
And
want
that's
to
what
bring
he
in the young
wants.
people.
That's
That's
what
what
he
he
wants.
wants
Every
them.
year he asks for young people to come, especially our college age
Yeah.
students.
Okay.
Because you're out of college and you're trying to figure it out.
Where you
well, we
gonna
have
go?
people who have been there, done that.
Exactly.
And they figured it out, and they're willing to come and help you.
And share with you.
And share with
Yeah.
you.
10.
So come.
10.
So
Double grace. Hello. 10. But we need the children, our babies in the house.
Yes.
So again, we're going to say it again before we leave. Facebook, hit Peggy Morris on Facebook. Let her know that you would like to have your child to attend the PNC conference. It's going to be a life-changing experience.
Yes.
But we're going to take a quick break, okay?
yeah,
gonna
and then
come
we're
back
going to
and
bring
we'll-
in this young lady that I have been admiring on Facebook, and I don't know
Wow.
why.
See,
I must
Facebook
have-
is awesome. It has
It
some
does.
wonderful, the opportunity to be on Facebook when you use it correctly.
Yeah, I'm still learning. Us seniors have to learn. But
Yes,
Oh,
me
girl,
too.
my mother 80, she's on Facebook like, Mom, what are you doing on
trying-
Facebook?
trying to get on Facebook.
Hi, Mom. But we're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back.
Always sisters, always friends. Let's stay real close till the end. Forgiving each other, letting love cover. Always sisters, always friends. We have to live in harmony, even though we may disagree. 'Cause fighting each other
magic again.
The musical
That,
chairs.
2, 3, 4. Hey, it's
Hey,
all good.
it's the magic
But
numbers
anyways,
here.
I want to introduce
You're
to
coming
all
on.
of you all our T-shirts. Our Box Wave T-shirts.
Oh, Box Wave.
Need
Woo!
one, get one. Need one, get one.
There you
Right.
go.
Reggie. Reggie is our
the
he's
job.
the boss. He's the man.
Boss with the hot sauce.
Yes, thank you for our T-shirts. We love
Thank
them.
you.
Good
Yeah,
job.
we are.
And something on the other side.
Here's the signature, girl.
Oh,
his
excuse
signature.
me.
I know that's right.
Ooh, go ahead.
Yeah,
Okay,
right.
see, it's real thin. It's there though.
Yeah. Hey, you know,
It's in there.
hey, how does the leader of the
Prager.
free world do it? You show your signature.
So your signature is there. So thank you, Mr. Reggie. And we want to thank our sponsors as well.
Exactly.
Who is definitely Star Imports.
Oh
Yes.
yes,
Love it.
Star. Ooh,
Star
y'all come on
Imports,
out and
yes.
get yourself
Come and get you
a convertible.
That's what I want. I think
Get
he's
you a
working
nice
on my convertible.
import convertible.
Yeah, with Star Imports,
Oh,
you can get
come
your
to
car
Star.
wherever
Beautiful
you need.
cars out there, y'all.
Yeah.
It's hard to come in here sometimes. I'm so busy looking at the cars. It's hard to come in. So, guys, if you want yourself a beautiful car,
Yeah.
come on out to Star Imports.
Yes,
They're
here
awesome.
off the road off of Branch Avenue
Yeah.
here in Suitland, Maryland. And also we want to say hello to our sponsor, the Martin Bernie Group.
Yes.
Get that house,
Martin
get that
Bernie.
house.
Yes, get that house.
Get that
you want
house.
a nice home, or you want to rent your home, or you want to purchase a home, or you just want to know about what it takes to even get a part of buying and all of that and investing.
Yeah.
So Keisha Martin Bernie, she's going to be doing her book launching
She's looking
today.
good, too.
She looks awesome. She's happy. She's in her happy space. I'll have to run out of here today and meet her to be a part of that exciting
Yes.
day.
Ooh,
So
all right.
I'm going to be there
What's going on?
and live in living color to support her on this
There you
launching
go.
of the book
There
and
you
represent
Oh,
us.
yeah.
Yes,
Okay,
but it's
yeah.
awesome. So congratulations to you,
Woo-hoo.
Keisha Martin Bernie
Keisha,
of the
we
Martin
love you,
Bernie
girl.
Group. Thank you so much for your being our sponsor here on Four Sisters Live. So what we got? We have a beautiful
Doll baby.
chocolate, wonderful, awesome woman. I just love it. How are you, doll baby?
I am well. How are you?
I'm great.
Good.
Good. So
Thank
sweet.
Jamila.
Yes, ma'am.
Jamila.
Yes, yes.
From Georgia. I just found out she's from Georgia. I was raised in
Yeah.
Georgia, so you can't go wrong.
Yes.
Georgia Peach, honey.
That's right, Georgia Peach, an original.
The original baby.
Thank
So
God I like
Southern girls, they got it. Yep, definitely. But yeah, I mean, Southern hospitality,
It
darling.
is. Absolutely.
All day long,
All
right?
day long, yes, ma'am.
They can't
Get
be
that
no,
sweet tea.
Yes. Extra sweet.
extra. You gotta say extra.
Ooh, extra sweet tea.
So yeah, Jamila. So Peg, how did you? You said
Wow.
Facebook brought this.
Yeah, I knew about her years ago, but most recently I had been following her on Facebook, and I love Facebook because it allows us to tap into a lot of good resources and a lot of wonderful women and men as well
Yeah.
that are doing some amazing things, and that's what we're all about here. And it is so nice that we can reach out to individuals like that that are local, that we can pick up the phone or send our email and say, hey, come on in and join us. Because you have something that of value that is not only going to help us, everybody who watches us on Four Sisters Live.
That's true.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
true.
And so all I just want to say is I just love your energy. I just love what
Yeah.
you're doing.
Thank you, thank you.
Tell them about your name of your baby.
Yes.
Okay. And
Yes.
what made you select that name?
So the name of the organization is It Takes Two Incorporated. It Takes Two, it's the village concept.
Exactly.
If we can get pockets of two people to do multiple things, collectively we can do more than just you and I alone as individuals.
The village. Yeah.
So that's where it comes from. But it was birthed out of a very personal experience in that I couldn't afford to buy food for my son and to get school supplies when it was time to send him to kindergarten. So it was at that time that God laid it on my heart to say, you know, although you're struggling with this thing, you're going to help other single parents to get through it as well. So I sat on the vision for 2 years, and most times we talk ourselves out of our own blessings.
That's true.
Every time.
But, you know, in my mind, I didn't see it happening. I was working I was actually in school full time. He was in school. He was playing extracurricular activities, so I didn't see it happening. But finally, I stepped out there on faith, and a good lawyer friend helped us out, and we launched in 2012, and we just celebrated 6 years in February of this year. So this is just my ministry, my way of giving back, but it's just picking those up who need some support. And ultimately, it's our young people who we need to nurture, and they need to know that they do have a system of people who are here to help them. And that's what we try to do through It Takes Two Incorporated.
I love it.
Tell us a little more about what you do and how someone can be a part of your organization.
Absolutely. So we award scholarships to students that live in single-parent homes.
Oh, good.
And those scholarships pay for school supplies, books, academic and sports registration fees. And we start as young as 4th grade, going all the way to college, age 26. And that's what's unique about the program, is that we start at 4th grade. Because what we try to prevent is those students who are constantly asking for school supplies, who don't have new uniforms, they're battered and tattered, or they don't have it at all. And those college students who, they don't have money, but they need money for their books. So we're just trying to relieve the financial burden of our single-parent families. And then we talk about life skills, financial literacy, anti-bullying, college and career readiness, youth entrepreneurship, leadership, community service. And this is all housed under our Position for Greatness youth program, which starts at 5th grade and goes to 9th grade. And 5th grade is instrumental because that is the very first transition. People forget about that 5th to 6th. It's not, it's
Yeah,
not
that's
8th
true.
to 9th, and it's not 12th to college. It's elementary to middle school. They're going through a lot. I have a 14-year-old son. They go through a lot. So they need
the transition.
Yeah, it's definitely. So we got to have those conversations. We have to figure out what are they struggling with, how can we help them get through, and talk with them, not at them, but talk with them and figure out what the solutions are. And then we host charitable events that are youth-centered and youth-focused, so that we can help them tap into their skills and abilities and help them launch. And there's a huge world out there.
Yeah, it
People
is.
just got to show them what the the options are.
Yeah, that's true. And speaking of launching, I see that you have launched 14 nonprofit.
It's actually 20.
20?
Yes.
Isn't that something?
In the past 2 years. So in addition to, I actually work full-time for a nonprofit. I have the operating the nonprofit, and I also have a for-profit where I help others to start their nonprofits as well. And I've been doing that for 4 years. But it's just been in those 2 years, last 2 years, that it's actually showing some results. So I've been able to help launch the 20. So, and that's just another thing. The first 2
That
years,
is
I'm like,
beautiful.
nothing is happening, Lord. You know, I know you got me on assignment,
But yeah,
but what's
but
happening
that's
in
the
the first
waiting
2
part.
years? That's the waiting part. That's the grooming part. So,
The birthing,
yes.
That sounds good, but that's a class in itself, learning how to set up your nonprofit.
Yeah.
Right, right.
And that's
Because
one of the
that's-
things
yeah.
that we're going to do in the organization. Now that we have training, the training space and the facility, we're going to be doing a series of workshops and seminars, and that is one of them. We're going to talk about how to start your business, Business 101. Let's get to the root of it. You know, let's start at
Things,
the bottom.
tools that you need.
Yeah, and just get involved on that end. We're going to have social media workshops as well. So you know we got to bring Jamila.
Jamila, yes. I would be happy to come in.
To come
Yeah,
on
that
and
would
do
be
some
nice.
things.
Yes, that would be someone who, first of all, you have to have a spirit that comes with
Absolutely.
this.
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Just can't bring anybody in because their whole motive may be different than what we want to
Exactly.
receive from them. Because this is a serious business to start.
And
It
see,
is.
a lot of
And you
people have a tendency to forget. You know, they think about a nonprofit. A nonprofit is a business.
It is a business,
okay?
very much
Right.
so.
You have to
You know,
get paid
it's
for
a
your
business.
We need funding.
for what you do.
Absolutely.
Also.
We need money.
You still have to.
Because there
you
isn't
still gotta
any.
do the things.
Still have
You
to
got to
live.
fundraise. You got to, meet with sponsors and supporters, and that's building relationships.
Absolutely.
And you have to have the
But
right
you
people
also have-
inside your business.
Right.
And
Yes.
You also
to
have
help
to
you
do
with that. That's
the work.
important.
And you
They
got
have
to
to
do
have
the
the
work.
same
Exactly.
spirit and the same heart that you have.
Yes,
Exactly.
absolutely.
But I don't want to get off into the tangent of that because this is a workshop and it's questions. But there are some scary moments, or I'm going to say scary, us to reluctant, or reservations to having it to some people because there's some things that can happen if you don't do it correctly.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
There's the
That's-
So
compliance piece.
I'll leave it there.
Yeah.
If you don't do it correctly, it really can be a
Because
moment
they have
of,
pitfalls.
Yes.
I mean, and if you don't know the roadmap, it can be scary, it can be dangerous, and it can be very expensive.
Yes.
okay.
I want to ask you a question. If you were going to start a nonprofit, where would you start? What's the first thing a
Yeah.
person should do if they want to start a nonprofit organization?
They need to have a clear understanding, first off, of the industry. So there's a passion, there is the drive and the determination, because a good friend of mine, Wasita McKinley, always says the work that we do is passion without a profit. So you have to know going into it that I'm not looking to make money off of this. We can, don't get me wrong, but you got to go in with the right reason. Understand who your
Yes.
population you're serving
Exactly.
and how you want to serve them.
That's true.
You don't have to have it all fleshed out just yet, but at least identify your who, your what, and your how.
Exactly.
And every jurisdiction is different. Is that correct in terms of setting up? I mean, this is the main.
Depending on the
Each
state, there's
state, the
different
state,
requirements
yeah.
versus how many board members you need to have, or you know, if you can have your initial director, or you need to have them listed in the articles of incorporation. It's a whole host of things.
Right.
But you really have to understand what you're getting into, which is why I do a lot of training through the programs that I do. Anyone wants to come to me and just say, help me launch, I have to graciously say no, because there's some education behind
It's a
that.
process.
Yes.
I detail every single piece and part of the process. So it's really understanding what you're getting into. Because anybody can start a nonprofit nowadays, unfortunately.
Right.
With this 1023EZ. It's a streamlined application. But
really?
if you don't
It is, yeah.
understand, if you don't understand what you're doing, and you have the greatest of intentions, it can come back and backfire.
It
So.
sure can.
Yeah. How important is it to have the right board members?
So no one owns a nonprofit, first off. So when we hear people say, I have a nonprofit or I own a nonprofit, no. You operate a nonprofit. A nonprofit is community serving and community facing. So it needs the governing body, which is the board of directors. So the board of directors is legally responsible for the organization to make sure you're being fiscally responsible, you're making sound decisions, setting policies and procedures. Everybody connected to your vision has to bring something to the table.
Can you say that again?
Say that one.
Everybody
No.
connected to your vision has to bring something to
Amen.
the table.
Amen.
You can't just pick people just because you want them on your
Right,
board.
right.
It's not
You can't
family.
And family, you need to remove them out of your space.
That's what people
And
do.
certain friends, you need to remove
That's
them
what
out of your
people do.
space.
They're not on the
They're
same
not
page.
on the same
Right,
page.
right.
or able to fulfill the
right.
obligations
Yeah.
that you
Right.
just mentioned.
Right.
Right.
You just have a non-operable profit.
Right.
People sitting there holding seats. And
Right.
It's not,
It's
going
not
anywhere.
about holding seats. So it's just strategically aligning people with a strategic goal.
Yeah.
So whatever your mission is, if you need PR, if you need marketing, if you need somebody that's administratively savvy, if you need somebody who can speak on behalf of the organization, find who those people are. They're in your network. You just got to start looking at
Right,
people a
right.
different
Got
way.
you.
That's all.
Exactly.
Do you have
and then
to
that's
have-
one of the things I love what I do, because people don't realize when we're connecting, I'm interviewing you.
Right.
I want to find out what's your strong
Oh, that's
points
good.
and what's your weak points. And if
good.
you are a special fit for us, then we're going to have an extended conversation.
Yeah.
So I love this conversation because just hearing you, I feel good about what I've done for the organization and that we're on the right track. And you have to be on the right track. If not, you're going to fall into those pitfalls that's going to really do more damage than more good
Right.
for the community and serving our people. And that's what it's all about.
Well, can you give us some information to our listeners, our viewers, that how they
Sure.
can contact you if you want anyone to contact? You may not want anybody to contact.
Yes, we need to know.
You may not want
no, give
anybody
that
to
number.
contact. Whatever you want to do. I just wanted to
Sure,
say that.
absolutely. I am everywhere on social media at Jamila Kemp and Jamila Kemp Consulting. My phone number is 410-831-0829.
Let them know out there. Tell them one more time.
410-831-0829. Feel free to give me a call. I host strategy sessions. I host just discussions of thinking it through and talking it through, because sometimes it's not a nonprofit. It's a
That's
for-profit.
right. It is a for.
Oh, okay.
Or it's you finding another entity that already exists and say, hey, how can I help you?
Right.
Because
I
there's a
understand.
lot of duplication
Yeah,
in the
this said it's
nonprofit
okay to
sector.
have both. It's good to have both.
Yeah.
Yeah, a profit and a nonprofit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know, when we first started out, as a for-profit, and we had no clue what we were doing. So then I realized, hey, for the time being, let's just keep what we got, the baby, because I really wanted us to be able to have that relationship with the community.
Gotcha.
Okay, and so with that, we converted to a nonprofit back in 2008. So yeah, it's been 10 years now that we've been that way.
Congratulations.
But yeah, and it's been amazing. It's a lot of work, you know.
It is.
Okay, and you got to keep your eye on the ball.
Yeah.
And
that's true.
once you lose sight of that, and you begin to feel that this is not for you, then it's not for you.
Right.
That's true.
Because it requires a lot of your time and a lot of your money.
It's giving.
It is.
It's a
It
lot
is
of-
an investment up front.
That's
a lot
true.
of
You
giving
said
of
a lot
yourself.
Yes, it
Yeah.
is.
That's why you have to have a servant's heart at the end of the
You
day.
do.
Yeah.
You really do.
And be
Yeah.
educated by all means. Knowledge is power.
Yes.
Well, we're so happy you came. Do we have
Kathy
anything
knows.
else? Kathy knows. Yeah, Kathy, definitely.
Kathy's
Kathy's
here
going to be
from
up here in a few minutes.
Swag is in the
Yes.
house.
About It Takes Two.
Oh yeah, we want
Yeah,
you to
just
yes,
contact
yes. We're gonna
information?
come. No, we're going to come back and have we're going to do a commercial break right quick, and then
And
we're
then
going to
we'll bring
come.
you-
Then we'll
you can
come
talk
back
about
with
it.
that.
Okay.
Okay, we're going to go to commercial break. We'll be right back with Jamila.
You did.
Yeah.
Always sisters, always friends. Let's stay real close till the end. Forgiving each other, letting love cover. Always sisters, always friends. We have to live in harmony, even though we may disagree. 'Cause fighting each other is not the answer. Sharing the grace. Let's be enriched with peace and love. Having compassion from above. Never forsaking, just understanding. Ain't that what families are made of? No matter what may come or go, we stick together and it shows. This bond between us, foundation is trust. That's what family's all about. Yeah. Always sisters, always friends. Let's stay real close. Till the end. Forgiving each other, letting love cover. Always sisters, always friends. Really gotta learn to love each other. I need to stick real close. There's no way that we can live without each other.
Y'all caught me singing about that. Woo!
Everyone should know that song about
Always sisters,
love
always
that
friends.
song.
So
Yes.
positive. I love that song.
love
It's just
it
a
too.
motivation. Yeah, it's very motivating, right,
Always
Kathy?
sisters, always
Yeah,
friends.
we are here with our wonderful guest,
Jamila.
Jamila Kim. I'm going to spell her name for Facebook because you
Right.
mentioned it, and they
Right.
want to maybe hook up with you.
Yes.
It's
Exactly.
JaeMellahh. JaeMellahh. Kemp, Kemp. Look her up. Shout out. Give us a call here if you have a question before we end our show today. If you definitely have a question, hit us up on Facebook or call us, because this is a very important time. And I'm going to tell you who's going to really need to understand our young people as well.
Yeah.
Because when they're starting out, they want to know the
Yeah.
difference between nonprofit, having a nonprofit, and being a for-profit, because they're out, beginning to start as well. So they want to be able to, we want to instill that knowledge into them so that they
Right.
can, because
Get
they
them
got all
early.
the energy in the world.
They do.
And this
to
is
go
when
out
they
and
should
make it
start.
happen. And
When
this
they're
is when they
young.
should start.
Absolutely.
Start now.
So we want to make sure you all understand that our young people, we're about helping them. We want them to grow. We want them to thrive. We want to see them prosper. We need them in the house.
Yes.
Today we wanted to have some young people in our studio, but we still got to gather our young people. Hint, Dante.
Dante.
Yeah, he gonna work it out. I know. We're just messing with him. But we're gonna say it again that Peggy has said she needs 10 young people
Yep.
who can come to the
I don't
PNC
hear the
conference.
phone
She
ringing.
will. Well, they're gonna hit her up on Facebook.
Yeah, but I have no problem giving out my number. It's 240-678-0117. And they can send me an email at PEG, P-E-G, at sisters, with an S, the number 4, sistersnetwork.org. Okay? And let's see who shows up. Okay?
Right.
Let's see who calls.
Yeah.
Let's see who we can empower. Because that's what we want to do. We
So
And
wanna
we'll
be-
bring you on the show.
and bring
We're
you on the
definitely
show.
on the
You will
show.
definitely be on the show.
And we're
Follow
featured
it
on
with-
Facebook Live next
Yes.
week. If
Right.
coming, they'll be on,
Yeah.
and we can talk to your student. Definitely, if they have a business that they're beginning to start, show. Do they need to get
You know
in touch
who
with
that?
you?
My phone just rang, and I know that's probably Brother Bradford calling in because we
Oh,
were supposed to
we
talk
get
about
the-
the Power Networking
Oh,
Conference.
get the phone.
Yeah.
Well, we can make that happen. I
do me
mean,
a favor,
just do
yeah.
what you need to
Continue
do.
on,
bring-
and I'll give
okay,
them-
because if someone's calling, did you give them my number as well? Because someone was calling me.
Other bag.
And they're calling again.
They are. Okay.
Yay.
Because
Yeah,
I
well,
definitely.
Dante, can you get my phone and call and see who it is, please? Because it could be someone wanting to reach us here on the show.
Yeah, he said
And
he
please
would be
let me
calling
know
in.
if you don't get your 10. I have access to
Oh,
a whole bunch
well,
of young
come
people.
on. Let's bring
That
bring
might
them.
be the case, because that might be the case. So
They're
we would
going to call
definitely.
in. We have faith. Come on,
Absolutely.
Is it a
guys.
410 number?
No, it's a 313 number.
Okay. Okay. Oh, that's Detroit.
Detroit. He's in
Okay.
Detroit.
He's in Detroit. Okay, cool.
So let me continue
Okay,
on.
so in
and
the
I'll tell them.
meantime, Kathy has a question.
Oh, yeah.
Kathy.
Yeah, hi. How you
Hi,
doing,
Kathy.
Jamila?
I'm
Yeah, my
well.
question is, I just wanted to know what's the procedure for a single mom that would like to get a scholarship for their child?
Well, through us, actually
good
today is
question.
the last day to get it postmarked. But our season runs from April through July, and it's a few requirements, meaning a 2.5 GPA. You have to live in the service area that we are servicing. We didn't want to take on the entire DMV area and not have the resources. So we're servicing Anne Arundel County, Prince George's County, Baltimore County, Baltimore City, and we just added Montgomery County this year. We get half of the recipient receives half of the money up front to get them started with school, and they receive the second half at the end of the second semester for our 4 through 12 students, and at the end of the first semester for our college students. And for our college students, we just put the money on the books, and they use it however they need to. In order to get the second half, you have to be eligible for it. You have to make sure your GPA did not fall, and you have to get a letter of recommendation. So you don't get all of the award, and unfortunately not all of our recipients get the full amount because they fell below the GPA. But that was our way of saying, hey, keep it up, keep it going in order for you to get the remaining part
And
of
that's
this
a
award.
requirement for most
Right.
of the students.
Right.
And
so
we gave out a scholarship last year, $1,000 scholarship for one of the students that we did an event at Bowie State University. So
there's a lot of money
It's a
out
lot.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, there is some money
There's
out
a lot
there.
of money out there.
If you need
Scholly-
help, you need to call us.
Absolutely. Scholly is a
right.
great app.
Yeah.
I know, remember the young man that went on Shark Tank and got the funding for his app called Scholly, SCHOLLY. He's an African American young man.
Really?
And it's a whole bunch of nothing but scholarship opportunities. So please download that app. Our website, we have over 100 scholarship opportunities that a good friend of ours just graciously emailed to me about a year ago, and I uploaded it to our website, which is www.ittakes2inc.org. And it's down on the scholarship page at the very bottom. You'll see all of our downloads, and it's 100+ scholarship opportunities. So please take a look at that. Some of them have expired, but they roll over.
Yes.
So just the fact that it expired, at least bookmark it if you feel that you're eligible for it. It's money out there. You can go to your senators. Senators get a pot of money
Right,
that they have to give out
exactly.
scholarships as well. So the funding is there. We just got to go out and get it, and we have to follow through, and we have to make sure we check off everything on that checklist. the easiest way to lose your funding is to not include something in the scholarship application. And we find that with us as well. But our checklist is on the website in 2 places. It's in the actual scholarship packet, and you have to sign off to say, hey, I've checked all these things.
Everything.
off.
Don't leave anything unattended to. That's important when you're
Yes,
doing
that is
all
so well.
applications. Because that's going to eliminate you.
Absolutely. It will.
Yeah, I think we have a caller.
Got a call?
Anyone calling? Hello, you've joined Four Sisters Live. Who may we have on the call?
This is Brother Bedford calling in.
Ah, we've been waiting on you.
Waiting on me?
Yes.
Well, I hope I'm on time.
You're on time.
On
You're on
time.
time. Thank you for calling out and touching base with us. We wanted you to share with our audience. We've been talking about the Power Networking Conference, and you know so well how we do it at PNC. Take a moment and share with us your experience at the Power Networking Conference.
Wow. Yeah, I'm glad you only said a moment, or I'll be rambling for a long, long time. Because the experience, in all honesty, cannot be summed up in just a few words.
Yes.
It is truly life-changing,
Yes.
life-altering. George has a statement that he says all the time. He says, good friends are God's way of apologizing for your family.
That's it.
And what has happened for myself, and you ladies can attest to this,
Yeah.
is that when we come to the Power Networking Conference, we're coming back to family and friends
Yeah.
that we did not necessarily have in our biological families. Those who would support us, partner with us, give us new vision, new ideas, stretch our imagination. All of that happens at the Power Networking Conference. And so for myself, my entire life and career has been altered by my experience in meeting George Frazier and the Frazier Net, now Frazier Nation family.
Yes.
It's really something that, again, I can't put it into a few words, but if anyone is interested in learning about how to transform their lives, transform their businesses, take themselves on a different trajectory, a trajectory that goes upward and far beyond what you could have imagined just doing this thing on your own, you have to be at the Power Network. I'm so pumped, excited, and I'm going to see you all in a few days, and again, be back with those friends that I know that love and support me that I wouldn't get normally.
And you know, Brother Bedford, you said it so well. I could not even express in detail what the Power Networking Conference has done to all of us in this room. And Kathy is even here. Kathy and I really met at, I think, the second Power Networking Conference in Cleveland.
Yeah.
And it blows my mind that we have joined this journey with George for the past 17 years. I say 17 years, not 7, 17.
Right.
And I'm talking about from Cleveland to Atlanta to Dallas to here to Prince George's County, and then next year we're going to Houston.
Absolutely.
So thank you so much. We can go on, like you said, another hour just talking about the value that this conference has given all of us over this journey of connecting and supporting and collaboration.
Yeah, just think about what you just said, though. I mean, the whole reason we're on this phone, your organization was established because of the conference. And so
Exactly.
organizations, multi-billion-dollar businesses, relationships have all started. The seeds were planted at the Power Networking Conference. I mean, Lisa Nichols tells the story over and over again of how George helped her with her bestseller, becoming a best-selling author. Now everyone knows Lisa Nichols from The Secret. But before that, she got guidance and tutelage from George Frazier and the principles that he teaches. And I could go on and on about all of the superstars that we see,
Exactly.
the organizations that we see, but we don't know that there's this man and this organization, this movement that is behind the scenes that has helped to orchestrate all of our lives in a way that, again, we can't even put into words.
And you know, it's so well said because I sit here and I share with Linda and Y and Charlene. if it was not for the Power Networking Conference, we would probably 9 times out of 10 would not be sitting here having this conversation.
Isn't it something?
So all I can say is I love you, my brother. I look forward to seeing you next week. It just only seemed like yesterday that we were at the Power Networking Conference 2017.
Right. Yeah, and I love you all more, and I'm extremely excited. Obviously, we have some challenges that have occurred with George's partner, Avery Williams, for those who don't know, who has been like the rock or the silent partner of the Power Network Conference. So we're going to go and we're going to celebrate. We're going to have these moments. We're going to reflect. But I can honestly tell you, in my conversation with George recently, we haven't seen the best of what FraserNet and the Power Networking Conference has to offer. That's to come. And so I would encourage anyone who's in the sound of my voice to make sure that they are there to become a part of something that's going to be completely different in the next few years and something to combat the madness that we see every day.
Yes, that's it.
Yes. That is
Combat
so
the
true.
madness. We need something positive. People coming. We talked about earlier before you joined us about 2 things. One, bring good energy.
Yes.
Be around some good energy, which is going to help change and impact your life forever.
Yeah. Well, I can tell you this: if they come with negative energy, it won't last long. Because we all feel with a different type of spirit. We're gonna run them up out of there if they get bad energy.
Oh yes, I believe that. And the other thing we spoke of, we invited some young people. We're encouraging young people to come and be a part of this as well, Mr. Bedford. Can you invite the young people on our behalf to tell them and how important it is that they be there as well?
Wow. You know, I just had a meeting with 2 gentlemen who are going to be there not too long ago, and they're 19 years old. And they were asking me so many questions about business and relationships. And then I began to point out some of the people that are going to be there. And for the young people who are listening, everything that you want to achieve in life is all about relationships and understanding the principles of sound and ethical business building. And that's what you're going to get at the Power Networking Conference. Sure, it's not a flash in the pan or, you know, this new type of language that you may think you can get money quick, but if you are truly interested in building an empire, truly interested in taking your life in a direction that you could have only dreamed of, you have to be there and meet those and become a part of those who can help guide you to shortcut your learning curve. Because I can guarantee you the things that we're talking about, you're going to run into them, whether you're 35 or 45 or 55. But if you get engaged now, you will be able to cut off 10 to 20 years of your learning curve, and you will be so far ahead of where you think you need.
You don't have to go through it.
That's true. And you're learning from the wise. You're learning from those who made those mistakes.
Absolutely.
Yes. And our young people don't have to go through it in order to deal with that. They can cut themselves, like you said, many years off of their learning, because I don't have to go through. If you did some things to help me and I don't have to fail in getting it done, show me how it's done. And I can skip that process, if you will, and be able to, because it's important that they understand. And I think our young people are fearful for the failures. You know,
But once
and we
they
have
hear
to understand
the failures and how
That these
people
folks-
have risen from failure,
from that.
then you know that you're normal.
And
You're
and
just
Mr.
like
Bedford,
everyone
we
else.
know that this is a living
Yes.
testament to
Absolutely.
what you can do to prosper in life. And I'm excited that you are here to help us witness this. We've already put it out there. So thank you for coming on. Send our love from the Four Sisters Live to Dr. Fraser. Let him know we love him. We look forward to seeing both of you and many more of the family and friends this week. I'm telling you, this
A few
time
days. We count down. We got a few days.
a few days. So
Kick it
we're
off with
excited.
the 4th.
Independence.
Yes.
Independence.
Yeah, yes, independent. Yeah, well, really.
Yes.
So again, we thank you so much for joining us and enlightening us with that powerful information. We look forward to seeing you this week coming.
Thank you all. Love you more, and I look forward to seeing you in a few days.
Yes,
All right,
sir.
see
Continue.
ya.
Have a great day.
Bye-bye.
Woo! This is already ready. Yay! Hey, I'm telling you, we are not playing.
And you know what? And I am so glad Kathy's in here because Kathy knows what the PAL Networking Conference has done to both of us.
Yes. Yeah.
And to Linda, and Linda's been there.
Yeah, Linda.
So when you're going to be part of it too.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
When you come next week.
Oh, my goodness.
Then
Yeah.
you're going to understand why we're so passionate about what we do.
And you get excited just thinking
You get
about
excited just being in the room.
Like, right.
Ooh, that energy is coming.
Yeah. And it's going to have a nice flavor. It's going to really,
And it's
really.
going to look like you.
That's it.
Woo! And that's the beautiful thing about
That's
it.
the best
It's
part.
going to look like you.
See, and because we're not around the energy
Yeah.
or the circle of people who say look like us,
Yes.
you got to be around people who look like
like
you.
us.
Yeah. Because that's where the energy comes from,
right.
and that's where the positive
Yes.
mindset.
Yeah.
We said like-minded people. It's like, oh, and it begins to start rubbing off. Like
Right.
right here, this
Right, it
energy
starts
is good.
right here. Yeah,
You
can
know,
feel
this
it.
sister has good energy,
Yeah.
and she's doing great things. And so I can say, oh, if she could do this, you got my answer. Because you never know who's looking to start a nonprofit.
Exactly.
Here's
Right.
the answer.
And we want to bring
Yep, who has
resources
my
to the
answer?
table that people
Yes,
can
this is
stay
what
connected.
Four Sisters Live is all about.
Yes.
The community, the businesses, the sisterhood.
The sisterhood.
And
And
the
the
brothers as
brotherhood.
well.
And the
Absolutely.
yes.
And our young people. So we are, and I see you have something in here about something near and dear to our heart as Peggy's not domestic violence as well. And so we want to be able to connect with that because there's some things we're doing. We need the help.
Absolutely.
And there's not a lot of money in the domestic violence area.
Should be.
But it should be.
It should be.
It's just
And
a lot
it should
going on.
be. It's a lot going on.
Yes.
A lot. And this is part of our passion that we speak about first Saturdays of every month, which you said earlier. But it's happening every day. It can happen. It's not, we
Every
talk about it. We
second.
set
Every day.
aside the segment, but it's every day.
Yep,
So we
absolutely.
want to get into that as well.
Yes.
I know our time is well spent today. I'm telling you, this
how
hour
quick
can go
this
by.
time goes by.
Yeah, but it's
But
great.
tell
to
but
share
share with you
happening.
before you go the project that you're working on now. I think today is the deadline.
Yes, today is the last day of our
Okay.
supply
Yeah.
drive. And
Okay.
what we're trying to do is to raise funds to sponsor 70 students to receive school supplies for the entire year. So
70.
70. So
70.
organizations come together and
Wow.
we do a great job of providing school supplies to start. But what happens in November and December when the supplies are gone and the pencils are gone and the notebooks are all tattered and torn, then students start asking for supplies. They don't have it. Teachers don't have enough funding to support their entire classroom for the entire year. So in us helping to make sure that they have supplies for the entire year, that is our goal. Right now we're at 48 students sponsored. The Facebook fundraiser ends today at 11:59, and I'm just believing in God that we're going to hit 70.
You will.
Yeah.
You will.
But if not, we're still collecting supplies through July 15th, and you can give online at our website, or you can mail actual supplies to P.O. Box 787, Gant-Brills, Maryland, 21054. But either way, whatever we end up with, these students are going to be served with the same vigor and passion if we would have hit our 70.
There you
Yes.
go.
So
There you go.
we're able to support Prince George's County, Anne Arundel County, and Baltimore as well. We actually have identified some homeless families in the Baltimore area.
Well, see, that's my hometown, so you know I got to support
Yeah,
that.
absolutely.
Okay, I got
Absolutely.
you.
Yes.
Well, thank
Yes,
you
thank
so
you.
much, Julietta, for being
Yeah.
a part of our show. As you all know, we have a part 2. Conversations continue.
That's
right
right.
after this, we're going to have our own Sister for Sister Network, Inc.
Swag is in
Kathy
the house.
Muhammad
Kathy's in the
Swag.
house.
I enjoyed that last week. It was really
good.
nice.
Yeah.
Wonderful time.
Very
All those,
nice,
you know,
Kathy.
Those young entrepreneurs.
Oh, that's what we're talking about. Those
Young
ladies need to be there. Are they
entrepreneurs.
going to be at the Power Network?
Oh,
Morgan's
good.
coming.
Okay,
And you
yeah.
see this lipstick.
Yeah, we got a whole lot. Oh, she put in a commercial
Yeah,
for
yeah,
that.
yeah. Put the
But no,
commercial in for Bold because
yeah,
you know
Bold,
what? It's
the
a
BOLD.
young woman who has her own makeup
know.
Makeup line, foundation, and lipstick,
when you
yeah.
hear the reason why she did it,
Yeah.
she did it because she wanted to see something different.
Right.
And you know, and that's what our young people are
Yeah,
all
doing,
about,
yeah.
something different. And we've
They
got to
have it
support
now.
their businesses.
This generation
Yes.
is on the move.
Well, you
I
know
guess
those young
moving.
ladies, I
Yeah.
must say,
The
have
millennials
put
are working
a
it.
lot of women,
They-
put them to shame.
Yes.
Okay,
Oh, my
because
goodness, they were good.
They were so polished. They were on
Very,
point,
very
and
much
the
so.
conversation was key.
Yes.
Very much
Yes.
so. They were polished
I mean,
and well ready to receive and give information about
Right.
themselves.
I know, I
and I
love
was
it.
very happy. This
So
makes
kudos,
my heart glad.
Kathy.
to
You
see
did an
that.
awesome
You
job.
did a great job, Kathy.
Like you said, when you meet somebody, you interview them. So I was interviewing them, so I knew.
You knew. Well, Kathy Muhammad will be with us on this panel in a few moments after we close out this segment. We got Kathy Muhammad, and our other guest we have is Stacy Bynum. She's coming on to be speaking a discussion on lupus.
Right.
Yeah,
Yes.
so we're going to
Very
be back with our
important
second
yes.
part, and we thank you today for watching
Thanks
Four
for coming.
Sisters Live, and continue to be blessed. Woo! So what time is it?
What time
It's
is
time,
it?
it's time for you to walk in your purpose and prosperity.
Wonderful.
See you on the other end.